What was before the boxing?
So before the boxing, it wasn't much really, because I would have been like 8, 9 years old. Just kind of very bored. Just had a Nigerian father who was adamant on me becoming a doctor or something, so I had to try to find a way to get out of the house. Boxing was the one.
And is this guy now going all
Boxing didn't even come into it at first, but then it did.
Here we go, this is it, the start of a Moses Itauma fight week, and it feels good to say that because we've not said that for a long time. We have to rewind back to August when he fought Dillian Whyte in Saudi Arabia, an incredible performance, and we've all wanted more since then, and we finally get a bit more on Saturday night. We start here at Deansgate Hotel for the press conference, then it's the weigh-in, and then it's fight night on Saturday from the Co-op Live in Manchester. Let me welcome in my sparring partner for this one, Darren Barker. This is good, isn't it? You can tell from the turnout. We've done quite a few of these. Press conferences are, usually not as busy as this. I think everyone's excited, not just for Moses, obviously, but the Magnificent 7 card. It's a really good card as well.
It was Ade's birthday yesterday, so wish him happy birthday.
What camera am I? Which one am I? This one? Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
45 yesterday.
45. You look good, though. You look good,
35,
mate.
right?
No? But yeah, going back to what you said, you're really starting to get the sense, the feel, aside from what we see of a Moses in the ring, that we've got a proper superstar on our hands. The people that are gathering here, the noise that is starting to circulate around Moses, he's backing it up with performances. The future is looking very bright, but he's in there with a man, Jermaine Franklin, who's very, very capable. He's a very good fighter. This is a real benchmark, I think, to see how good Moses really is.
The narrative since Moses, I guess, beat Balogun, we did that card in Scotland, has been he is the future king, he is the future heavyweight world champion. He was only 20 back then. He's obviously 21 now. The amount of pressure this young kid's having to deal with it almost being said and proclaim that he is going to be the next future, he's going to be the next AJ, the next Fury, the next... How's he handling all that?
Well, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I just think when you can do what he does, I think you lean on your boxing ability. You don't worry about external noise. You just crack on and do what you do. And he does it so well. He really does. I've seen many a talent go on and win world titles, but not look as impressive as Moses have.
Agreed.
There's going to be tougher tests, I understand, but it's just, he's destroying opponents, destroying them. He has every shot in his arsenal. He's so quick, he's so powerful, physically very strong.
This one surprised me so much because we were there in Saudi and Dillian Whyte all week looked in the best shape I've ever seen Dillian Whyte in. And look, age is age, right? Wear and tear is wear and tear, but physically, Dillian Whyte looked so impressive, and you felt like it was going to be a case of maybe this might be a bit too early for Moses, and then he did that.
Yeah, and he was saying all the right things, wasn't he, Dillian Whyte? You're thinking, hold on, this is going to go rounds, this is going to be a tough test. It wasn't at all. The man showing why I believe if he gets through this and he looks good, what were you waiting for? Let's create some history. Let's put him in there. Let's cause some real magic.
Is that what you would do? So if he gets through this one, not a similar type of opponent, just go for it.
Look, he's so highly ranked. WBO number 1, WBA number 1, WBC number 3. I think 11 in the IBF. So with 2 of them, you're there. What are you waiting for? If that's their protocol, if that's what their goal is for you to climb the rankings, then let him go. Let him go. I think he's that good. Look, if he was to fight one of the big guys, if it was to be an Usyk, he was to lose, and it all depends on the manner of defeat. So what? But I think he's that good.
Yeah, I think he's very,
I don't
very
mind
special.
getting carried away.
No.
When you see that,
I think we should all get carried away because I do think he is that good. I do think that we are, and look, and we're coming to an end of an era with heavyweights over here as well. I mean, AJ's maybe got a couple left, same as Fury. Chisora's supposedly got 1. We haven't heard from Dillian Whyte, Joe Joy. They're all coming to the end. They're all late 30s, some of them touching 40. When you see a fresh talent like Moses coming through, I feel like we should all get behind him. And look, if he is good enough, show it.
Look, this is and it will always be, the marquee division in boxing. The heavyweights, it's the glamorous weight. and it will always search for its next stars. You know, there's been ups and downs. You know, Muhammad Ali retires, Larry Holmes comes along, and then, you know...
Then there's a young kid called Mike Tyson.
Yeah. And, you know, there's downers and there's uppers, but I tell you now, it's so exciting when you've got someone like that who we pretty sure can fly the flag for this division.
All right, let me quickly tell you how it's going to work today. So we're going to have 3 mini press conferences, if you like. You can see the guys behind me on stage. That is the guys in the prelims. Then we're going to come back to us, and then we're going to do everyone bar the chief supporter, Moses Itauma, and then we're going to obviously hear from Willy Hutchinson, who's got a lot to say, Ezra Taylor, Moses, and Jermaine Franklin. But let's get the press conference underway, so let's throw it to your MC, Mr. Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for the Magnificent Seven, a great night of championship boxing to be held this Saturday from Co-op Live in Manchester, England. It is all being brought to you by International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Unibet, That Prize Guy, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, and Global Next Trade. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a few reminders, ladies and gentlemen, there are only a limited amount of tickets still available via Ticketmaster. And you can also watch it live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. And now we hand things over to your host, the very talented Mr. Dev Sani.
Thank you very much, Thomas Schreiber. It's always great when you say those words. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Manchester for the final press conference ahead of the Magnificent Seven. Now, in over 45 years of boxing promotion, Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren, one of the hallmarks of his career has been a Magnificent Seven show. And on Saturday night, DAZN get their very first taste of this format. The promise and the premise is always the same. Fighters that are hungry to prove a point. Fights that are well matched, and therefore fireworks for boxing fans. Now, we're splitting today into 3 separate press conferences because there's just so many magnificent fights and so many magnificent fighters. So let's get stuck into this up here. I can see so many great fighters up here. Let's get an opening word from Frank Warren, because Frank, I mean, Magnificent Seven, you love all of this, and first one on DAZN. I bet you're looking forward to this on Saturday.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for coming here today, and it's a pleasure to be here in Manchester. Magnificent Seven, it's a great concept, always has been, and what it's always been about is good quality matchmaking, good fights, fighters who step up to the plate and are willing to take risks and show what they're all about. And the beneficiaries of all this is the public, and you're going to see something special on Saturday on DAZN, or you're going to see it live if you want to buy a couple of those tickets that are left. But this is going to be a fabulous night. Great night for British boxing, great night for world boxing, and we've got fabulous fights. I can't wait to get to see them.
Well, Frank, let's get an opening word on Adam Hamed here. That's who we're going to start with. I mean, you have been entrusted with guiding his career just like you did with his very famous father. How excited are you about seeing Adam Hamed back on Saturday?
I recognise that voice. I'm very excited. I'm very excited, and I'm honoured. You know, Naz and I had a great journey together. You know, and I love his family, his mum Alicia, and him, and you know, all of them. They've been really good people, and for me, it's a joy and a pleasure to be involved with Adam. He's a credit to his family, that's for sure.
Thank you very much.
Alicia's done a great job. Yeah, it's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the journey with him. He's a young man; he's got no amateur experience, but he's done well up to what he's had to do yet, and he's learning on the job, and it's a credit to him and his team.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Well, Adam, fight number 7 coming up on Saturday night. Last time we saw you at Wembley Stadium, lighting up Wembley Stadium. I bet those knuckles are itchy and you're ready to go.
Yeah, it's definitely super blessed to be a part of such an amazing establishment like Queensberry. Thank you for the kind words, Frank. Dad, big up yourself in the back. Come on. Yeah, I've been blessed to be part of such amazing shows so early on in my career. And I know the platform I'm on, and I'm truly grateful for the opportunities. And I'm looking to get in there Saturday night. Like you said, I'm itching, and I'm going to do a demolition job, inshallah.
Well, that wouldn't be too bad at all. Listen, I've heard you say that this is the fittest that you've ever actually been going into a fight. Give us a bit of insight. Yeah, definitely. Look, I haven't been in the ring for, 7, 8 months now. Not due to my circumstances, but I'm more than ready. And I was ready for the fight that unfortunately got pulled back and held to now. But look, God's the best of planners, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I'm physically and mentally more ready than I've ever been going into a fight. And Saturday night, you're going to see that. And Frank mentioned it there, you are learning under the lights. No amateur career, everything that you are learning, you're kind of doing it in front of everyone. Now, I've heard you talk about before how, obviously, your father has essentially got you into this position, but you've still got a graft. The door is there, it's open. You've still got to walk through it. How much are you putting into this sport? What does it mean to you? Listen, I've dedicated my life to this sport since I've jumped in it, and I've been thrown in the deep end. And like you just mentioned, I'm not oblivious to know that if I wasn't my dad's son, I probably wouldn't be in such an amazing position. But the door's open, and I am grateful. And again, thank you very much to Frank Warren. I really appreciate you for always looking after me and putting me on the best shows. And inshallah, I'm going to make everyone proud. Can't wait for it. Looking forward to your next fight, Adam. You, thank you very much. Walk through that door, my friend. Let's speak to another young man, very much a young man, 18 years old, John Joe Carrigan, former world amateur champion. This is fight number 2 coming up for you on Saturday. Your debut was in October. Do you remember it? Like, how did it go? Was it as you expected? What can you tell us? Yeah, obviously my debut was quite a while back now, innit? So, yeah, obviously I remember my debut. I'll never ever forget my debut, but on Saturday night I remember a statement even better than I did on my debut, so, yeah. Your debut actually had a bit of everything, because you got the guy out of there in the first round. There was a cut as well. It was a bit of a wild fight, but fight number 2 is going to be even better. Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I've been working in the gym with my team and that, and obviously this fight got postponed, so I've had 3 camps into one, so yeah, coming something special. And you shared a changing room, a dressing room that night with one of your good friends. He's on this show as well, Willy Hutchinson. I'm sure that helped you calm the nerves a little bit. He was probably singing in the corner and all sorts. Yeah, you can say calm the nerves, but he was at the other side singing to himself. Crazy man. A crazy man indeed. Frank, John Joe Carrigan, fight number 2 coming up. I know he was a highly sought-after prospect. I bet you're excited about this one. 18 years of age, great amateur background. And he's in the right place. This is what we do well. Young fighters coming with us and building. And he's a tremendous prospect. I love what I see in his first fight, and I think we'll see some great nights. I believe he's got what it takes. OK, we look forward to it. John Joe Carrigan, best of luck to you on Saturday night, fight number 2. Now, there is another young man at the end of the table there, Nelson Burchill, one-third of the Fighting Burchill brothers from Morecambe. He calls himself the sexy one, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you make your own judgments, but it's a big step up on Saturday night. You're fighting for the English title, Nelson. Tell us how you're feeling about this one.
Yeah, feeling good. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Uncle Frank and Queensberry and Lee for having me on such a big show. It's been a long camp, just like every other fighter here, but I stayed dedicated, missed out on my turkey on Christmas Day, so I'm not letting it slip. I'm taking that English title back to Morecambe, baby.
Does this one feel any different? Because it is your first title fight. This is an opponent on Saturday night who's really coming to win. He wants that title just as much as you do.
It's just another day in the office, Dev. It's about going in there, putting on a masterclass and showing what I worked so hard for. It's not just so big to me, it's massive to my family. We've worked so hard over the years. It's just time to reap the awards and take all the belts on along the way.
You are on a run of 6 consecutive stoppages. I think the last time you boxed at the Carp Live, it was over within 90 seconds. What can we expect on Saturday?
Another knockout. A masterclass performance. I believe I'm better than my opponent in every departure. On Saturday night, I'm going to show that. I'm going to outbox him, I'm going to outfight him, outthink him. Everything you can name, I'm going to do.
Now, Frank, I saw your eyes light up This is exactly this is the sort of talent that a Magnificent Seven is built on, right? And young Nelson Birchall coming through.
Again, a great young fighter, Nelson, and he's told me he's going to be the most famous fighter from Morecambe. So we'll see. But he's
thought I already was.
He's a tremendous prospect. There's no doubt about that. He's doing everything right, and I'm delighted. This is the part of the business that I really, really do enjoy. You know, working with all the youngsters and young fighters coming through. And Nelson's he's a very, very good prospect. No doubt about that.
Best of luck to you on Saturday, Nelson. Best of luck on becoming the most famous fighter from Morecambe as well. There's someone else who I'd imagine has something to say about that. Now, we've got a couple of brilliant lightweight fights on this show. I'm going to start here with Michael Gomez against Jordan Flynn. Now, Jordan, it wasn't supposed to be Michael Gomez. It was supposed to be Akib Fiaz. You had a launch press conference. You went back and forth. In steps Michael Gomez as a late replacement. How are you seeing this one?
Yeah, obviously, firstly, thank you to Queensberry, thank you, Frank, for such a big opportunity on a big stage. But yeah, it feels like this was going on forever. We're finally here now. We're a couple of days away. I don't know what happened to my last opponent. He disappeared. But yeah, we've got Michael Gomez now. God knows what happened to the other one. But yeah, I think this is a much tougher fight. Respect to Gomez. I think he's a good fighter, and I think he's going to come, he's going to bring it, and expect nothing but a war.
Well, Michael, let me bring you in here. I was watching one of your interviews. I've got a quote here. If the best me turns up, I think it's a one-sided beatdown from the second half of the fight onwards. If not, I'll have to go to the well and grind out a win. Give us the kind of thinking behind that, but potentially a one-sided beatdown.
If the best me turns up, yes. If it doesn't, I'll have to grind out and find a way to win, and which I'll do that as well.
Are we talking to the best you? Are you ready to go?
We won't know till Saturday night when the bell goes. It all depends.
I also heard you say that if you don't win this fight, you will retire.
Absolutely.
So why?
Well, last year I had the worst performance of my career down to my own fault. Then obviously 30 months out of the ring, so I lost here. Where do we go from there? Back to small, or do I want to keep doing that and trying to get back up? Not really, so it's all or nothing on Saturday night. And when that bell goes, I'm coming out flying with everything on the line.
You've got an opponent there, Jordan, who's going to come out flying on Saturday night, and he will retire if he loses to you. What are your thoughts?
Well, I guess it's time to put him to sleep, put him to bed. But nah, he's a tough fighter. I know he's going to come out flying, but I'm not looking to take it from the second half. I'm looking to put my mark in from round one. So yeah, it's going to be a good fight. But listen, this is my time now. I've been working hard. I've been dedicating myself, missing out as well on Christmas, everything for the last however many months. Last 12 months, I've really been locked in, made changes, and you're going to see it on a performance on Saturday.
So what's your prediction then, Jordan?
Jordan Flynn win by any means, just to win. That's the main thing, is to win. But if he comes out how he's saying he's going to come out, then don't be surprised if it ends early.
Stop lying.
Don't be surprised, Gomez.
Next question, Dev, please.
I think I'm done with you boys, but good stuff. Looking forward to that one on Saturday. Another fantastic lightweight fight coming up. Alex Murphy against Josh Holmes. Now, I'm going to start with you, Josh Holmes, because you are... this is the step up. You're unbeaten so far. You've been grinding away on the small halls, and now you get your chance on the big stage. How are you feeling about this one?
I'm feeling great. Like I said, I just want to have a massive thank you to Frankie for getting me on this show. I've been grinding away for years on these small old shows. I've been pro 7 years. I'm 17-0. This is my first opportunity, so I'm not going to let it slip.
You said you're better in every department to Alex Murphy. I was again, I do my research. I watch all your interviews.
Yeah,
all your
look,
comments.
that's no disrespect to Alex, but that's just my belief in my talent. I just believe I am. I believe I can get him out of there before the 10 rounds end, so yeah.
Alex Murphy, feel free to come in. I mean, you've got an opponent on Saturday who is very confident, gets his step up and believes he's better than you in every department.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's funny that, because I said that in an interview myself yesterday. I believe I'm better in every department, so you know, we'll find out on Saturday. Us fighters, we've got to believe in ourselves, and obviously we both do, so that's going to make for a great fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
I love that. One of you is going to be wrong, by the way, on Saturday. I can't wait to
One of us has to be wrong.
Can't wait to find out who it is. Alex, at the launch press conference, you said that you will be working on your power, and that's the way that potentially you could get the win, because you've had some close fights recently where maybe it could have gone your way, but it didn't. So how's that working on the power gone, and could this be your first knockout victim on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. I've been working very hard. I always do work very hard, but you know, in the training, the strength and conditioning has been one of the main priorities. And I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling great, and I'm going to be stronger in there. Obviously, Josh coming up in weight. This isn't his natural weight. I'm going to be a big boy in there on Saturday, and you'll find that out. And yeah, it could be the first stoppage, but listen, I'm not going to go forcing it. I'm going to stick to you know what I'm good at, boxing and moving. And you know, if it comes, then it comes. Happy days.
Is that a factor, Josh? The fact that Alex could be more natural at the weight?
Well, he says he's a bigger guy, but this is my more natural weight. You know, I've done super feather, and I've stopped people at super feather, and I've stopped people at lightweight as well. He's not got a stoppage on his record. I have. I've knocked people down, and they haven't got back up. So, yeah, we'll see.
Final one for you, Josh. You are, and this may be news to some of you, you are Johnny Depp's personal trainer. So he's given you the night off on Saturday. Any words of encouragement from him?
Yeah, he's going to be tuning in at home. He's looking forward to the full show. And yeah, it's a pretty mad one, but yeah, he's tuning in.
I love that. And that confirms Johnny Depp has DAZN, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And so should you, everyone watching. Frank, best of luck to both of you guys. And Frank, final words to yourself on this. A couple of brilliant lightweight fights.
They're just great fights, you know. Real young fighters, great title fights, and this is just the undercard. This is just part of the undercard. It's going to be a brilliant night, and the enthusiasm and the self-belief everybody's got here is phenomenal, and I love them for it, and I'm looking forward to seeing them all in action. I'm sure everybody else is too.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you to everyone at this top table. We're going to get some face-offs now down the front, and then we'll be back very shortly for part two.
Frank was right. That is just the undercard. But I mean, the best thing to take away from that press conference is Johnny Depp. I mean, that's surprising. Josh Holmes.
Good line from Dev there.
I was like, is it true? Yeah, Dev's good at that stuff. I was like, is this true? I got to speak to Josh privately. I was like, is this true? Johnny Depp's personal trainer. That's incredible. But look, it's good to see a lot of the youngsters coming through. Nelson Birchall's standing right in front of us. Obviously, we've seen his brother Leighton, who's here as well, and obviously Nelson will be going for his first title, English title, and good luck to him.
Yeah. A very, very good fighter, as Dev said there.
Dressed the part as well, doesn't he? Dressed the part as well.
He does. He looks the part. Morecambe's most popular fighter, apparently.
I don't know about that.
Competing Saturday in a scheduled 4-round super lightweight contest, Prince Adam Ahmed. Competing Saturday in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest, John Joe Carrigan.
That's another fighter, Dev. He's got a very bright future in front of him, John Joe Carrigan. We see him at the Haringey Box Cup. Exceptional talent.
Competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant English and Commonwealth Silver Featherweight Championship. Let's welcome the sexy one, Nelson Birchall.
Yeah, Nelson Birchall will take on Ryan Griffiths, not Frank Warren, obviously, but big opportunity for Nelson.
Yeah, very good fighter. Brothers, Leighton and William, as you say, both fight, and it's in his blood. And so much talent, there really is.
This one's interesting. Jordan Flynn versus Michael Gomez Jr. We've done a few Michael Gomez's fights. It's supposed to be Jordan Flynn versus Akib Fiaz. Different style of fighter is Michael Gomez, a bit more like longer, a bit more rangier, but this should be fireworks from the very first.
Do you know what it is, Ade? It's a must-win.
For both.
They've got to win. I think they have
for both,
to. Yeah. Look, Jordan Flynn's had a couple of wins since he lost to Cameron Vong. Michael Gomez Jr. last lost to Bellotti, not 14, 13 months, I think he said there. So he has to win.
Competing Saturday in a 10-round contest for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Lightweight Championship, Josh Holmes versus Super Alex Murphy.
Interesting one, this one. Alex Murphy, more experience fighting the better opposition, but it is Josh Holmes who's unbeaten. And as you know, unbeaten fighters come with this level of confidence that they think they can win and walk through everyone. So interesting title, nice little belt on the line as well for this. Yeah, there you go. So that was part one.
Yeah. On that last one, I think styles would gel. I do. Another one where you feel both need to win. Although Holmes is unbeaten, no names on the record, and this is, you know, his first real step up against Murphy. So you think he'd have to put in a good performance here. But Alex Murphy's capable. I tell you, he's very, very awkward. We see him against Khalil Majid. He put in a very good performance. Showed lots of heart.
Even against Akeem Fiaz.
And Fiaz as well. You know, he's game. He really is. So yeah, a lot of talent there to enjoy. I'm sure they're going to be in really good fights, and I'm looking forward to the start of the show.
The fact that was part one of this press conference just shows you how big a card this is, because we've not even really got to the Magnificent Seven part of it, if you like. I mean, they're all going to take their way to the stage and make their seats now, but it shows just how good a card this is on Saturday. And they said there's a few tickets available. I don't know how there's tickets available, because this should be the hottest show in town. I know the Mobos are tonight, but that's tonight. Right? This should be the hottest seat in town. Most Itauma's, by the way, is just taking his seat next to me, and he looks pretty big, doesn't he?
He's big.
He looks pretty big.
I'll tell you now, so is his reputation, because we've already said it about this room. It's growing. The numbers of people in this room is getting larger, and it's all for him. It's all for him.
How does he block out the noise then? We've not really had anyone that's had this kind of noise around them since AJ, and AJ was a bit older when coming out of the Olympics. Obviously he came out of Olympic gold, so there's a lot of noise around AJ, but it's a lot of noise for what still is a kid, really.
Yeah, look, pressure is a privilege. You know, you're getting this noise because you are that good.
True.
So I think that there's one part of you needs to feed off of it, but you do need to block out of that external noise to an extent, I think, and just focus on what he does well, and that's the boxing. But, you know, I think ultimately just enjoy it. Enjoy it. You're living the dream. I mean, it's incredible. Imagine being that man that could potentially be flying the flag, be that. Look, you're smiling. Imagine having the world at your feet.
You know why I smile? I smile because I believe all those things can come true.
Yeah, so do I.
I believe all those things. If you stay grounded and just follow the path that's put in front of you, I do believe that he can become world champion.
Yeah, so I say enjoy it. You still got to work your socks off and do everything correct. You know, be diligent in the gym. He's got a fantastic coach with Ben and Lee Wiley all working, and, you know, the way they do their camps is very meticulous, and I think that's so important. You know, it's fine lines, it's fractions in this sport at top level. So, yeah, he's got a very good future in front of him, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for the co-main as well, the chief support. Some people call it chief support. Willy Hutchinson versus Ezra Taylor. Now, look, Willy, to be fair, backs it up. He talks a lot, but he backs it up, and he's backed up in really good performances. Even in the defeat to Joshua Buatsi, he pushed Buatsi all the way. I think surprised if this was a great performance as well from him, wasn't it?
Against Mark Jeffers.
Yeah, and this was coming off a defeat to Buatsi, so he needed a win. He needed a big win, and he got one. And he got the stoppage as well. Wasn't his best performance, but he got the job done.
I thought he looked really well, to be honest. I mean, bar the odd shot that Jeff has landed. By the way, Jeff is a very capable fighter, a good fighter. Took a couple of shots at times, but he went through the gears when he needed to, and he looked spiteful. And there was a confidence about him. Yes, he's lost, but only to really good fighters, and I think that's really, really brought him on and helped him, and he just had a swagger about him this night, and he goes into this fight against this man who's unbeaten and looking, though he has lots of promise, you know, a real self-belief. I've sat down with him, actually. I've done a podcast with Ezra Taylor, and he really, really believes that this is the path, the correct path for him to fulfill his dreams. And yeah, he's really, really good. He's got every shot in his arsenal. He packs a punch, and as I say, really believes in himself.
Yeah, that was last time out against Steve Woodall, and I think what will impress Ezra and his trainer Malik Scott is that the power stayed until round 9. This was a round 9 stoppage, and he might need that, because I ever feel like this fight could go a long way between these two. So the fact that he's got the power, both of them can punch, both of them, you know, have spoken a bit of smack to each other as well. And this fight came because they were ringside and kind of doing verbals, and all of a sudden it happened. So look, we are going to hear from those two very shortly, but let's continue with the second part of the press conference. Let's throw it back up once again to Thomas Schreiber. Oh, sorry, to Dev Sani.
Thanks, Ade. Not Thomas Schreiber here, Dev Sani, of course. And listen, I told you that this was going to be magnificent. Look at some of these fights that we've got coming up I can see here a featherweight title fight here, European Featherweight Championship on the line. Liam Davies looking to become a two-time European champion and two-weight European champion. Then a couple of brilliant middleweight fights here. Nathan the Hitman Heaney looking to keep his Stoke City dream alive against Jerome Warburton, former Welsh champion, who says he's going to ruin the dream and take all of his fans. And then we've got the Queensberry debut of Shakiel Thompson, Dr. Steele, in the toughest fight of his career on paper against former British champion Brad Pauls. Frank, I'm going to come to you first here before we speak to Liam. Just a word on what's going on here with Liam Davies, up now at featherweight and a chance to become a two-time European champion.
Well, what's going on? He's got a big fight on Saturday night for the European title, and he's got to win it. And if he wins it, it projects him into a position where he'll get that shot. I'll make sure it happens. It's a tough fight. They're not here to make up the numbers. You know, Francesco's a decent fighter, good fighter. And again, I think we're going to see... Hopefully he's going to bring the best out of Liam. You know, Liam is just that much away from, I believe, from getting that opportunity to fight for the world title. So he's got to go and do the business.
OK, Liam, let's bring you in then. You are so close to a world title shot. You've just got to do the business on Saturday. But Grandelli, we've seen him before. We've seen him in against Nathaniel Collins. Tough fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. And... I'm happy to be here, happy to have the test, and this is my opportunity to show I'm going to be one of the best featherweights and two-time world champion, two-weight world champion, hopefully. I hope he's ready. I'm excited. I'm grateful for the opportunity. It's been a long time coming, and yeah, roll on Saturday night. You're going to see the best of Liam Davies. Everyone says it. Got a lot to prove, but I'm ready.
Now, you were meant to be fighting Zach Miller on this show. You had quite a tasty kind of press conference and build-up. What's your reaction like when he pulled out and Grandelli steps in? What's the difference in terms of opponent?
None, really. I want to be a world champion, which I believe I can be. I should beat Zach Miller and Francesco on Saturday, so it's all the same to me. Just excited, as I said, grateful to be here. And, yeah, roll on Saturday night, a few days away.
Are you going to knock him out?
I got to. I feel like I will. I'm feeling good. And that's the only way I make a statement in it. I got to stop this man Saturday night.
Well, let's bring in Francesco Grandelli, who has a translator with him. And Francesco, a tough opponent here in Liam Davies, who says that he will be looking to knock you out on Saturday night. What is your reaction? How do you feel about this fight?
Siamo abituati a match duri, siamo qui per questo, non mi spaventa l'idea che lui voglia mettermi giù per KO. Per me è lo stesso, siamo qui per combattere.
I'm used to tough fights. I'm not scared if he said he will knock me out. I'm here to fight.
Well, Francesco, Liam Davies' nickname is Liam Dangerous Davies. How dangerous do you think he is?
Beh, sicuramente conosciamo il livello di Liam, so che è un pugile molto duro. Il mio nickname è un pochettino più delicato, diciamo, Checco. Comunque non mi spaventa questo.
I know he's a tough fighter. He has and my nickname is a little bit softer, but not scary. It's like I said, I'm here to fight.
And why do you become European champion on Saturday?
Questo lo vedrete sabato.
You will see Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Francesco Grandelli. Thank you, Liam Davies. European Featherweight Championship on the line on Saturday night. Let's move to the middleweight division now. I'm looking forward to this one. Nathan the Hitman Heaney in against Jerome Warburton. Nathan, I mean, at the launch press conference, we were talking and you said, this is probably going to be the final year of my career. But you've ended up having such a great camp. I think you're in the shape of your life and we're not going to get rid of you, right?
Yeah,
To be fair, the first person that brought up my retirement was yourself in the press conference, and I just sort of roll with that a little bit. Because, yeah, Heaney's at the end of his career, take him now, he got a chance. So I thought I'd roll with that a little bit. But yeah, I feel very frustrating when the first day got moved, but in hindsight, it's made me feel even better. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Saturday.
And at that launch press conference, the face-off was pretty memorable. There was a little bit of a push and a little bit of a pull, a few verbals exchanged. And one of the things you said to Jerome Warburton was, "Don't get nervous now." Are you looking across at a nervous man?
No, he'll be prepared. He'll be ready. Who knows? I haven't got a clue whether he's a nervous fighter, whether he's feeling the pressure of it. Who knows? But a show of this magnitude, there is a lot of pressure that comes with it. There's a massive crowd. There's a huge amount of people coming from my city that possibly have been antagonised in the first press conference. So, yeah, it's going to be very exciting and very interesting.
Let's bring in Jerome Warburton. I mean, at the launch press conference, you said, not only are you going to ruin Nathan Heaney's Stoke City dream, you're actually going to end up taking his fans on the night. Is that still the plan on Saturday?
My plan is to just go out there, get the win, and just show everyone that I deserve to be, on this platform. Obviously, a massive thank you to Frank, for having me here. I just feel like this is the place for me, to be honest. I'm just going to go out there, put on the show-stopping performance, full respect to Nathan Heaney. I'm just going to do what I do best.
So what is it that you do better than Nathan Heaney? And have you got him at the right time? Is there a little bit of that?
Younger, fitter, stronger in every department.
Feel free to come in, Nathan.
Yeah, like another fight said earlier, we all have to have that belief, but it's totally different, obviously, when you're in there. Like, I fought at a very good level, and I've won at a very high level. In fact, one of the guys that I beat is potentially going to be a world champion next week. So the next week, yeah. So, yeah, it's one of them. You have to have belief, don't you? But I believe that the way me and Steve have worked, I will do what I need to on Saturday.
It's your first fight on DAZN as well, so DAZN get that taste of the Stokies, right?
Exactly. I can't wait, because when I've seen the production levels of DAZN, it's been amazing. So to have all my guys there making all the noise, they're going to make the most incredible atmosphere. And Delilah, the spectacle of that for DAZN, it's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it.
He's not going to steal your fans at the end of the night, is he?
Never in a million years.
Yeah, I definitely don't think any of them will be following me after the first press conference. Jesus Christ. Set the pace there, didn't I? Bloody hell. Yeah, cheers. Obviously, to fight Nathan Heaney and obviously, fight in front of all of his fans, it's going to be an amazing atmosphere. I'm bringing a lot of my fans as well. It's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it.
Good stuff. Best of luck to both of you. And Frank, Nathan Heaney has told you for years now he wants to fight at Stoke City. I guess he's got to keep that dream alive by getting the win on Saturday.
That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. He's got a tough fight. Him and Jerome, they're two real good, tough competitors. And again, I think we're going to see something a little bit special. We will do, because their styles will blend. They will blend, and I think it's going to be a fabulous fight. I really do. And I can't wait to hear Delilah. They sing it better than Tom Jones ever did.
That's high praise, Nathan.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get into this final middleweight fight. Shakiel Thompson, Dr. Steele, Queensberry debut against Brad Pauls, former British champion. And Frank, I'm actually going to get a word from you on this, because I think there's a lot of implications with the IBF. Shaquille's very, very highly rated with the IBF here. Looks like there's a lot on the line on Saturday.
There is, for both of them. I mean, this is it's an unbelievable fight. They're both very confident fighters, the pair of them. They both believe in their abilities and what they feel is going to be their destinies. And again, we're going to see something a little bit special, I think, from these. Every fight on this card is a quality match. Brilliant matchmaking. And this is going to be a great fight.
Brad Pauls, let's start with you. I read something on your Instagram. It was very simple. One win away from changing my life.
Can we keep it quiet at the back, please? Because this is a press conference.
Sorry, Dave, go on.
One win away from changing your life.
Yeah, it's correct. With this sort of fight and what I can get from it, it will change my whole entire life when I win. Obviously, Shakiel's ranked very, very highly, third or second in the world, and it's very, very, very likely the winner's going to go and fight for a world title. So to say I'm 2 fights away from being a world champion is crazy, and it just adds some extra % to the motivation, because this win would change my life. I'm just 1 win away.
Do you think he might be underestimating you? Just the fact that it looks like he's in a tremendous position, regardless of whether or not he boxed you, but he has still chosen to box you.
Possibly. I don't know Shakiel personally, so I don't know if he's the type to overlook anyone. But obviously this is an opportunity for him to show people what he's about. So I'm sure he's took it with both hands, and he's got to this position because he works hard, just like myself. And we're both going to go and try and change our lives. So, yeah, may the best man win.
Shakiel, is that best man going to be you on Saturday night? I'm sure you're going to say yes to that, but give us a bit of an indication as to your thoughts and feelings heading into this biggest fight of your career so far.
Yeah, 100%. I'm the better man. I'm a better boxer. I can beat Brad Pauls anything he wants it to go, to be honest. If he wants to fight, we can fight. If he wants to box, we can box. I can adapt and switch it up. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to a great fight. Camp's gone really well. So, yeah, man, let's go.
This is a step up for you, though, Shakiel, right? I mean, Brad Pauls has been in with some of the best. He's been in with Denzel Bentley. He's been in with Nathan Heaney as well. And former British champion, you must accept this is quite the step up for you.
Yeah, it's a step up. Like you said, he's been in with some really good fighters. But it's a step up that I'm ready for. Do you know what I mean? It's not one that I'm shying away from. It's one that I'm here. And I'm here to beat and make a statement against Brad Pauls. It was a fight he wasn't looking forward to. In September, he actually didn't want it. Him and his previous team rejected the fight when it was with the British final eliminator. But he's now signed with a new manager, and they fed him to the Lion, and I'm hungry.
Brad, you've been fed to the Lion on Saturday night.
Yeah, happy about it. That's why I signed with new management for big opportunities, and they delivered straight away. I want the big fights, and this is one of them.
The big fight was there, though.
More belts, more opportunity. You could have it for the British or have it for a world title. What would you pick?
The fight was there. There's a fight, you fight anyone, do you know what I mean? So why didn't you want to take the fight?
I'm here. I'm ready.
Nah, I'm glad you're taking it now. They fed you to me.
Shakiel, he's never been stopped before. Are you going to be the first man to stop Brad Pauls Saturday?
Yeah, mark my words.
Final word to you on this one, Brad.
Enjoy the show Saturday, guys. It's going to be a good fight. Everything I've got. I've been the underdog before, and I've ripped up the script, and I can do it again.
You're not ripping up no script.
Fantastic stuff. Well, that is part 2 of today's press conference. There may be scripts, they may get ripped up. And we know Johnny Depp's going to be watching all of this as well, by the way, just to hammer that point home. Ade, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dev. That was interesting. Shakiel Thompson, very, very scary. Very, very big at the weight as well. I was with Tony Bellew last week at the Copper Box, and he kept mentioning Shakiel Thompson, as a lot of people are doing. But it's a step up. Brad Pauls, let's give him this credit, is a former British champion. And as Brad said there, he's surprised a few before, and he'll be coming to surprise a few again on Saturday.
100%. Look, he wears his heart on his sleeve. Does Brad Pauls? He's game. He's physically strong. He's very, very fit. He proved that when he beat Nathan Heaney in that last round. Showing that he carries his strength and his power late. But yeah, I'm with Tony Bellew. He's a problem, Shakiel Thompson. He really is. He's rangy. He's a nightmare.
Saturday, and a scheduled 12-round contest for the vacant EBU European Featherweight Championship, and also the WBO Intercontinental, is the defending champion Francesco Grandelli versus the challenger Liam Dangerous Davis.
Yeah, Liam Davis versus Francesco Grandelli. Grandelli coming in. It wasn't supposed to be Grandelli, but he's coming. He is the European champion. This is a very good replacement, and he's had time as well. This isn't just a short notice. He's had a few weeks to get ready for this one, so that's a good fight, as is this one, Heaney versus Warburton.
Saturday, and a 10-round contest for the vacant WBA Continental Middleweight Championship. Jerome, the Brand Maker Warburton versus Nathan, the Hitman Petey.
Yeah, and this fight is another one that falls in that bracket of must win. Both of these have to win. If they want ambitions to fight for big, meaningful titles once more, then they have to come past one another here.
Yeah, and the narrative's changed around Heaney. He mentioned it there. There was genuine talk of retirement. Now, obviously, look, if he wins, he wants to continue. He's obviously had hard spars in the gym, and he felt like, I've still got something left.
Saturday in a 10-round contest for the vacant IBF International Middleweight Championship. It's Brad Pauls, the Nuki Bomber, versus Dr. Steel, Shakiel Thompson.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one plays out early. Brad Pauls is going to have to get close to Shakiel Thompson, but in doing that, you're in range there. Although he's got long levers, Shakiel Thompson, he can really shorten up the shots. He's a very good fighter. This one I think is going to be really, really good. There's an awful lot on the line. You heard Brad Pauls say they're very, very close to something massive, and I think that will deliver. I think all of the fights will. It's such a good card. We were just saying it, wasn't we, out of vision there, how great this is. It's a buzz to be involved in this.
You know what I like about this card? There are so many different stories, so many narratives. You've mentioned it a few times, must-win fights, fights where people that maybe didn't have the TV spotlight are on them now. Shakiel Thompson, he's talking a good game, but this is the first time he's really under the bright lights of a big audience. So there's fighters that have something to prove. There's fighters that want world titles. There's fighters that if they lose, that's that. So many different storylines.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Thompson, how will he deal with this?
Different, isn't it?
It is different. No, he's been in there with some good opposition, but this is a step up for sure on a very big card. How can you deal with the nerves? This is a new area for him. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of narratives are surrounding all of the fights, and some very good fighters involved.
One thing about Shakiel as well, obviously, look, he was wearing a big puffer jacket, so it's difficult to see about the weight, but he's the biggest 160-pounder I've ever seen. Like, how he's making that weight is going to be interesting as well. Brad Pauls has done this weight many times, and he looks more the natural 160 guy. Shakiel Thompson really looks like a guy that should be fighting at light heavyweight. He's that big.
6'1", 6'2",
yeah.
I think.
It's crazy.
Southpaw. I mean, he's an absolute. He's an animal. He's a nightmare.
What does he call himself? The Lion? Yeah.
It's got to be the problem. It's got to be the problem. But yeah, I like what I'm hearing from Brad Pauls. A lot of self-belief there, rightly so. He's gone in there underdog and he's ripped up the script, as he said before. He's got a style that can be effective if he can get it into play. Physically strong, as I say, very, very fit. But Thompson, I think, his ability to be able to shorten the shots, although he's very rangy and has these long levers, is very impressive. So, yeah, it's a tough task for Paul, but he's got the ability to do it.
Yeah, very similar. I liken Shakiel to Callum Smith in the sense that it's a fight with very long levers, but can fight very good up close. And Shakiel can make those shots count when he's in close. So it's difficult for Brad. What do? Do you stay out of range? But you're not out of range because Shaquille's got long hands, or do you risk, as you say, going into the wheelhouse and getting hurt?
I think you try and rough him up, get busy, but it's your entry has to be so important. So you've got to move your head, you've got to be quick on the feet, target the body first, go upstairs, a lot of variation with your attacks, and when you get there, you can't just stand in front of Shakiel Thompson, who will just take a little step back and he'll walk you onto shots, he'll make you fall onto the shot. So you've got to work around the target, but yeah, I think on the flip side, Shakiel Thompson, keep it nice and long, get that left hand into play, and then try and walk Brad Pauls onto the shots. I mean, it's a good fight. I mean, I think Shakiel Thompson, if he was to get through Brad Pauls and be on the cusp of a world title, I mean, some of the challengers out there, all world champions, they won't want to go near it.
I was about to say that. You look at the middleweight division, I mean, Carlos Adames has decided to go to 168 now because there aren't that many big challengers for him. It's almost an open division. It's an open division, and if you're Shakiel Thompson, you're thinking that you can swim and hang with the big boys. We haven't spoke so much, and we're going to throw over to Thomas in a minute, but we've not spoke so much about Jermaine Franklin.
Yes.
Let's do that now for a minute or so. Obviously, coming over here off the back of, I thought, an okay performance. Remember, he fought on the undercard of Canelo Crawford. It wasn't his best performance, but he got the win. The narrative's been that he's going to come and give Moses rounds, and he hates that. Jermaine. He's thinking, well, I'm not here for rounds, I'm here to win. He can win. I don't think he will, but he can win.
Yes, he's a very good fighter. He's got a lovely rhythm to his work. Razor sharp hands, very, very quick hands. I love the way he slips and slides. He moves side to side so well. Lateral movement's brilliant. The footwork's really good. Doesn't over exaggerate the footwork. Like he has a very good knack of walking fighters onto the shots. Take a little step back and look. It's fractions in this sport, top levels fractions. He's just not got over the line, has he, in those big fights? And he'll be thinking, look, I've got the experience here. I've got age on my side. He's
had a long camp.
He has had a long camp.
Is that a good or bad thing? Because it's now stretched to 14 weeks. And I mean, no one wants a 14-week camp without a fight.
So I had a 14-week camp, and it's about taking your foot off the gas at correct point. You can't go hell for leather for 14 weeks. It will not work. You'll burn yourself out. But he's a very good fighter. Inactivity is a problem. I know Moses has not been out for a while, but I think when you're fighting a young gun like Moses, who's so sharp, so quick with everything that he does, you want activity. You want to be under those bright lights. You can do all the sparring in the world, but nothing replicates being in the ring than being in the ring.
Does he do anything better than Moses?
Well, it's not so much doing something, it's having something, and that's experience. It's being in there with an age. I know he's been in there with Dillian Whyte, but you know, it's having those rounds under your belt, going the longer distance, and lots of self-belief. But as far as attributes are concerned, I mean, another thing as well, his hand speed. You've got his hand speed. He's electric.
I think that surprised Dillian and AJ's hands as well.
So quick, and he's just walking past us now, looking in great shape.
He looks lean.
He does. He looks lean. And look, that shows me that they've done the correct things here. And
is that like a New Balance sign?
It is. Yeah. But you're going to have to drop a little bit of weight because you want to be as quick as you possibly can be when you're facing someone like Moses Itauma, the young sharpshooter.
Can't wait for this one.
It's a cracker.
I can't wait for this one. This is a good one. Remember, that's the main event. Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin. You can see our co-main event fighters are on the stage as well. Willy Hutchinson versus Ezra Taylor. That one is going to catch fire very, very quickly. And I think we are now ready to do our main event press conference. So correctly this time, let's throw it to Mr. Thomas Stryber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Magnificent Seven will be live worldwide on DAZN. And at this time, let's welcome our co-main event participants. They will be competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest, and it will be for the WBA Continental and vacant WBO Global Light Heavyweight Championships. Let's welcome first the challenger from Carstairs, Scotland, Willy the Hutch Train Hutchinson. And we welcome the defending champion from Nottingham, England, Ezra the Cannon Taylor. And our highly anticipated main event. 10 rounds scheduled for the WBA International and WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Championships. We will welcome now the challenger from Saginaw, Michigan, USA. 989 assassin, Jermaine Franklin. And we welcome the highly ranked defending champion from Chatham, Kent, England, Moses Itauma. And now we hand things back over to your host, Mr. Devsani.
Thank you very much, Thomas Stryber. Well, the anticipation is building. The final part of today's press conference, and it doesn't get more magnificent than this. Two fights that have very much got the world talking. Ezra Taylor and Willy Hutchinson, both of these have talked the talk. There's been beef, there's been needle, but who can walk the walk on Saturday night? Can't wait to get stuck into that one and find out. And then, of course, we've got the main event. At just 21 years old, and after just 26 rounds of boxing, many are saying that Moses Itauma is the future of heavyweight boxing. But as with any young fighter on that rise, questions need to be asked, and those credentials, they need to be examined. Jermaine Franklin is not just here to ask questions and examine credentials. He is here to shock the world and become the face of American heavyweight boxing. That is your main event on Saturday night in the heavyweight division, all of course live around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Now Frank, I'm going to bring you in here straight away. I mean, such a wonderful card, but one of the hallmarks of your career has been your ability to guide a young fighter to the top of the sport. How are you feeling about this challenge for Moses on Saturday?
Well, it's a pleasure and an honour to be doing it. And this fight on Saturday is a big, big moment in his career. He's in with Jermaine to my left, and Jermaine is very well respected in the business. He's a campaigner. He's been there, done it. He's got a wealth of experience that's going to put some test and some questions to Moses. You know, he's only, we've had 26 fights. He's lost 2. The 2 he lost, he went the distance against the 2-time world champion, big puncher in AJ, as we all know, and he couldn't knock him over, couldn't get rid of him. And the fight he had with Dillian, or 2 fights he had with Dillian, you know, a lot of people felt that he won one of those. He won the fight. They felt that he was the winner. So Moses knows what he's got in front of him. He knows he's in with an experienced guy who's got, as I say, who's going to, in my opinion, is going to take the fight to him and he's going to try and old man him. He's got to show that he's not just a one-trick pony, that he does have other attributes in his locker, and that he can box as well as he can punch, and I believe he can do that. But, you know, this is by no means a foregone conclusion, and for Moses, this is, I think, is his toughest test yet, by far.
And just a word on the chief support. I mean, the world is talking. They have been talking in the build-up. That's one that we are really anticipating on Saturday night.
Well, they're both world-ranked fighters, and you know, Willy, he's got himself well and truly together, and he's had a real renaissance, and he's been exciting to watch. And with Ezra, you know, he's undefeated, 13-0. And this is a big step up for him as far as the amount of fights that he's had. But this is a great fight. Again, it's all about quality matchmaking. Every guy who signed up for this is here to fight. Every one of them believes in themselves. Every one of them know that they come through this, they get onto bigger and better things. That is what's so good about the Magnificent Seven. It's such a great concept, and it brings out the best of the fighters.
Great stuff. Well, before we speak to the fighters, let me bring in Alfie Sharman from DAZN. I mean, it's DAZN's first taste of this Magnificent Seven format. I bet you can't wait.
Yeah, thanks, Dev. I can't wait. Clues in the name, and, you know, testament to Frank and Queensberry's legacy in the sport, that this format is still going very strong. And to Frank's point, is a great window for some of the biggest talent in the world, and we're looking forward to putting it on to fight fans in over 200 markets. You know, I think there's a lot of noise, rightfully so, being made about the main event, but obviously we have Ezra and Willy up here, which is equally a fantastic fight. Top to bottom, some amazing shows, some unbelievable talent, which we're really looking forward to broadcasting worldwide, as I say. Listen, Moses Itauma's impact on the heavyweight scene already has been remarkable. His potential is endless. I think we can all agree with that, and we're fully excited about seeing that unfold. But Jermaine Franklin, to Frank's point, is no journeyman. You know, I think obviously Moses and his team will respect and will have prepared for Jermaine based on his experience. But for the fight fans out there, this is somebody who's never been knocked out, and obviously Moses Itauma pretty much exclusively knocks people out. So something's got to shift on Saturday night. This is his toughest fight to date. Do not miss it. Just very quickly, I want to talk about how this starts off heavyweight season on DAZN. Obviously, massive heavyweight show this weekend. We have Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder, and Icon will fall next Saturday, April 4th. We have on May 9th the world heavyweight champion Fabio Wardley facing off against the returning, very recent IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dynamite Dubois for an all-British knockout showdown, all on DAZN. Lots of other shows in there as well. Obviously, Lawrence Okoli, Tony Yoka, Alexander Usyk is returning in May as well. All of these fights are available on our newly launched DAZN Ultimate Plan, which is the place to come and watch boxing, no additional cost, fights all in one place. I'm a boxing fan, of course I would say this, I'm the marketing lead at DAZN, but it truly is the best deal in market for boxing fans to head to the global home of boxing and get your fix, because the coming weeks on DAZN are frankly unrivaled and something I've never seen before. So back to Saturday, I wish everyone on the card the very best of luck, top to bottom, and we'll see you all there worldwide, live only on DAZN.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Alfie. OK, let's get into these fights. Willy Hutchinson and Ezra Taylor, one that I'm sure everyone in here is looking forward to. And Willy Hutchinson, you haven't stopped smiling all week. You've talked about how this man here is easy money, money in the back, too big of a step up. Tell us how you're feeling going into Saturday.
Definitely. Hello, everybody. You're all looking very happy and dapper like me today. I'm looking forward to this fight now. I've worked very, very hard, and I believe it is easy money. It's easy money in the bank, and I'm just looking forward to getting in there and just getting the job done, to be honest with you, and move on to the next one. It's lingering about too long for my likings, and yeah, it's here now. It's 2 days away.
And Ezra, feel free to come in at any time here. Willy, you told me last night that you're actually going to end Ezra Taylor's career, that he can't come back at 31 years old after this loss that he suffers to you.
Well, it's not about losing to me. I think this man can get seriously hurt that no one can see. And time will tell on Saturday night, won't it? But I do believe he can get severely, really hurt. And he's not a young pup, is he? This man's 31-year-old. I mean, if you're not getting past this, unless you want to just become Commonwealth and British champion or something like that, then all the best. Good luck to you. But apart from that, yeah, I believe I will do the job on him, and yeah, it's up to him if he wants to keep boxing or not.
It's up to you, Ezra. What are your thoughts?
Listen, I just want to give all the glory to God, man. Jesus loves me and my team. I want to say thank you to Frank, George, Lee, everyone who's helped make this happen. I'll be honest, man, it's not about him anymore, man. It's about me. I put myself through hell. I go through darkness, uncomfortability, sacrifices. And this man essentially trying to take that away from me, the reward that I deserve, the win that I deserve. You're trying to take that away from me. And that can't happen. In the world that we live in, the air that we breathe, that can't happen. I've worked way too hard. Me and my team sacrificed way too much. And I'm here not to just become a world champion. I'm here to be the best in the world. You know, and I stand on it. And on Saturday, you'll see glimpses of why I say this as well.
One of the things that Willy Hutchinson has said in the build-up to this is that he boxes to find peace. That's where he feels most at peace. Will he find peace in the ring with you on Saturday night?
It's going to be quite the opposite, unfortunately, quite the contrary. It doesn't really make any sense to try fight for peace in that sense. That's why war doesn't make sense, Dev.
I'm at peace just now, Dev, if you want to know the honest truth. I'm calm, cool and collective. And to be honest with you, I'm still searching for more of it because I can't get enough of it. Because, as we all know, I'm a very extreme person, aren't I? So I've got to keep good. And you're right, that's exactly why I'm searching for. I'm searching for peace and happiness. And this man will bring it to me on Saturday night. I'll be very happy, and I can get myself home to my little baby that I've never seen in 6 weeks. That was, I was there when she was born, and I had to leave for camp. I was gone 5 days after she was born. I've never seen her since. So he's talking about sacrifices and all that. This man hasn't got a clue, man. This man's training for half an hour away from wherever he lives. They ain't got a clue. He's talking about, I don't know, darknesses and this and that. What would he know about darknesses and this and that? Let's be completely honest. Listen, I wish you all the best. I hope we both come out healthy and well. But you're getting, whipsy bass.
You see what this is? I just feel like this boy's unsettled, man, and I've got to call him my boy at this point.
You're getting whipsy bass.
Shouting.
Yes, man.
What this is, feels like, you know, one of those Christmas movies you watched back in the day. I feel like he just should be in it. He's something different. But like I said, it's not really about him.
Exactly, Dev.
It's about
different.
me. Yeah, it's about me, and I've been doing my thing.
Different.
He thinks he's a real deal, and if he was the real deal, he wouldn't be fighting me.
The difference is I don't think it. I know it.
It doesn't make any sense, because why are you here? You shouldn't be fighting me, brother. You shouldn't be fighting me.
Why?
I'm on my way up. You're on your way down. You shouldn't. If you was a real deal,
and you say you was where I was,
how can I
then
be
if
on
you
my
do
way
the
down?
maths, you shouldn't be here.
I'm 27 years old. I'm absolutely handsome. I'm in the prime of my life. I've got muscles and Brussels pumping out my body. I've never looked as good in my life. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go, baby. Show me the money!
I ain't got nothing more to say on that, man. I'm done. I ain't got time for that. If I could drop this mic, I would, but I don't want to damage equipment. But listen, I've been putting in mad work. I really go through this, man. I really live this lifestyle, you know. I'm on a search for, he's on a search for peace. I'm on a search for finding more discipline, trying to live my life like a professional. That's what we call ourselves over here, the professionals. And we've been doing everything. And on Saturday, you will see a professional performance as well.
Can I say one more thing?
Go for it.
And everyone remember this. This man asked for this. I never asked for it. He was the only person at the time that we could fight on that date. Let's all remember it. And he asked for me. So, his dad or his uncle or whatever he is over there ain't got a clue either. All I'm saying is, but I don't wish no harm to you, and let's have a good night. God bless.
Thank you, Willy. Thank you, Ezra. Members of the press, you'll get your opportunity very shortly as well to ask a few questions once it quietens down a little. Let's talk about this main event then. Moses Itauma, 21 years old, anointed already as a future king of the division, taking on Jermaine Franklin, a very stern, well, people are calling him the test. And I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with you, Jermaine Franklin, because that's been the narrative going into this fight. Every time people ask you questions, it's about, can you take him round? How do you feel about being his test? How's that made you feel going into Saturday night?
I mean, I feel disrespected by it, but, you know, it's part of the game. I'm used to the politics. I'm used to the tricks. Everybody does. So, you know, I'm just ready to fight.
And Moses, I mean, for such a long time now, you've just been scheduled to fight Jermaine Franklin. How has it been in the build-up for you? Because you get asked about every other heavyweight, and you've still got to focus on this man on Saturday.
To be honest, I've been turning the questions down when they keep asking me about other heavyweights because I have a serious opponent in Jermaine Franklin. We've asked for this fight, what's it, like a year and a half or something like that? So now we got it. I feel like this is like the kind of final piece to the puzzle. There's questions that my team want to know about me. There's questions that I want to know about myself, and I'm sure that there's a lot of questions that the fan wants to know about me as well. So I feel like Jermaine Franklin is the final piece of the puzzle. So when I get asked about other fighters, that's not going to happen if I don't get through Jermaine Franklin. So this is a serious fight, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm very disappointed that I can't watch Willy versus Ezra because it seems exciting.
Okay, plenty of questions will be asked on Saturday. We've got some questions actually from the press now as well. We've got Matt running around with a roaming mic. When you do get the mic, say who you are representing and ask your question, please.
Martin Dorman, Daily Mirror. Moses, one of the promos for this fight had a couple of guys talking about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Can you see why people might think of you in that light in, let's say, 10 years' time?
Yes and no. Listen, the past and the future doesn't exist. It's only the present. And as of right now in the present, it looks like I'm doing my thing. So when them comparisons are being made, it puts a lot of pressures on my shoulder, but I guess it's necessary. I'm pretty sure when Messi and Ronaldo were going through their little stages in their career, they felt the same way. So I have to kind of push it to one side and do my thing.
Are you Team Messi or Team Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Ezra Taylor from Ezzy Talk Sports. Moses, you have a lot of expectations on you. You know, even in this fight, people are talking about, you know, you need to get him out in the first half of the fight. Do you like the fact that, you know, everyone rates you so highly, everyone expects so much from you, or would you rather just people just kind of let you do your thing?
I'd rather be the underdog of a fight. I'd rather be the underdog, but it's I asked for it. Obviously, I can't put the performances on that I have and not expect people to have such high expectations of me. So I've asked for it. Would I like to live in a different world? Probably, but it's necessary. It's necessary pressure.
And secondly, you said against Dillian Whyte, you looked in his eyes and you wanted to see if he was a wolf or a sheep. I'm not sure if you've had the chance to look in Jermaine Franklin's eyes, but what have you seen?
Do you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. I see more in Jermaine Franklin's eyes than I've seen in a lot of from my previous opponents. So I know he's ready, and I'm gonna be there.
Hi Moses. You just said there
all
you
the
were.
questions just for me.
You said you specifically you requested, Jermaine. Why?
Like I said, Jermaine Franklin, all the attributes that he possesses, there's still question marks for myself. Like, people are wondering if I got a chin, or people are wondering if I can go the distance. Jermaine Franklin, that's what he's known for. He's known for taking people the distance, giving them tough fights. So like I said, I feel like this is the final piece of the puzzle. I've not overlooked him. I know a lot of people are expecting me to do X, Y, Z, but I don't pay no attention to that. It doesn't do me any favors. Like I said, this is a serious fight in Jermaine Franklin, and I can't wait. Yeah, he's got, as Frank pointed out to me, he's got 15 KOs in his record, and not only that, he's 32 years old. This isn't a washed up, has been, like 32, he's coming to the peak, or is just in his peak right now. So I feel like I said, this is a perfect fight for myself.
Jermaine, coming from Amy Khan was seconds out. Jermaine, coming from Detroit, like you have, not very many people get to the top level of sport. How do you feel your partner in the other corner, Moses Woodfair, growing up in Detroit? Do you think he'd have the opportunities that would be afforded if he was coming from where you come from?
Can you repeat that for me?
Not many people get to top levels of the sport coming from where you come from in Detroit. If your partner in the other corner, Moses, was growing up in Detroit, do you feel he would be afforded the same opportunities that you had? Could he have flourished like you have coming out from there?
Well, I'm from Saginaw, Michigan.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that works hard, put the work in, put the time in, and, dedicate themselves, I think he had the same opportunities.
Question for Frank. Matchmaking talents like you have with Willy and Ezra, and finding talents like Moses are two of the hallmarks of success for you as a promoter throughout the decades. Where do you rate this standard of card, your stable, in amongst the new landscape of promoters, where emerging promoters are coming in and trying to disrupt the current landscape of the sport?
Where do I rate all these guys and where we are today?
Yep.
Well, we're in Queensberry in a brilliant position. I think we're the leading promoter. I think we're putting on competitive shows time after time, selling out. We sold out in Germany with Ajit. We sold out in Dublin. Magnificent atmosphere in both those shows. We're nigh on sold out here. We only have a few left. If you want tickets, go to Ticketmaster. We've got some fabulous fights coming up. We're keeping this heavyweight division going. We're making big fights all the time. This is, whether they're older guys, like next week you've got Derek Chisora in next week, and that's he's probably one of the guys on the way out. Moses are one of the guys on the way in. We've got sitting here Jermaine, somebody who wants to get back to the big table. He's at the table now, but he wants to get on and get the big fight. And this is an opportunity to fight a guy who's ranked #1 and probably the top 3 in the other divisions in the world. We are flying. Boxing is flying here. We are not broke. We are continually putting on big, quality, great shows that the fans are buying tickets for. And that's because of these fighters. They're great fighters. They come through the system. The ones that start off with us, some come later in their careers, but we deliver time and time again and make sure we do it. And for me, it's just a pleasure. The next few weeks, we're not stopping. Every week we've got a big show, and they're all doing extremely well. So where are we? Queensberry, we're flying. We're on a great channel, DAZN, global home of boxing, where you're going to see the best fights and you're going to see the best of the heavyweights. Because the best of the heavyweights, bar one man, are with us. And that one man's going to have to fight our guys. when he's had his kickboxing fight, he's going to have to fight bad guys. That's what's going to happen. So we're flying, and you're getting the benefit because you're going to see some brilliant fights, and I'm telling you, Saturday is going to be something special.
Question for Jermaine Franklin. Great fight this week, live on DAZN, by the way. Jermaine, what do you think about people saying that Moses has taken this fight to see if he can stop you because you haven't been stopped, and that's the reason why this fight's happening?
I mean, people gonna feel how they feel. You know, people can have their own opinions or whatever, but you know, I know what I come to do. I know what I can do, so I'm not too much worried about how people feel or their opinions.
Where does Moses rank in the opponents before you fought him that you've already fought? Joshua, Dylan White, etc.
I mean, he's ranked up there. He's ranked top in the division, so you know, he's a top ranked opponent.
No more questions. That was, of course, Coogan Cassis from IFL TV, who didn't say his name, but we all know your voice, Coogan. We all know your voice. So, final one to both of you guys. Oh, you still got one more? Go on, jump in.
You know, is this on? Yeah. You know Ezra Taylor and Willy Hutchinson? Can we just address why this fight happened as well?
IFL TV.
Thank you. You didn't credit us, so I got credit myself. And Joe Pugh as well.
You're not getting paid. I don't know why you keep mentioning it.
All right, Uncle Frank, I'm sending you an invoice in the morning.
Lee told me he made the fight.
We did make the fight, did we not? Lee? Who, Eaton? No. We made this fight, and everyone knows we made this fight.
We appreciate all you do for us.
We made the fight.
Who's going to disagree with me?
Made the
Where's
fight.
Lee Eaton? Shut up, Lee. We made this fight. Joe Pugh actually made this fight, to be honest.
Anyway, let's move
Shut
on.
up,
Thank you. Thank you very much, Coogan. Thank you, Joe Pugh. Saw you acting as security that night as well. It was fantastic work. Final word to Moses Itauma and Jermaine Franklin. Moses, what's going to happen in there on Saturday night?
A masterclass of boxing performance.
And Jermaine, yourself, what's going to happen in there on Saturday?
A war. I'm prepared for anything.
He said a war. War. That's what he said.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our press conference. We're going to get these fighters faced off down the front. Ade, Darren, over to you.
That was interesting. At times, intense from Jermaine Franklin, I felt. I've interviewed Jermaine a few times, and he has said to me personally he feels a bit disrespected, and I think he's going to come in here and put on a really good performance. It's going to be the best performance. Whether or not that's enough to get the W on Saturday, that's a whole different discussion. But I do think we are going to see a good Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah, I think so. He knows what's on the line, what could possibly be next, and who he's in with.
Yeah.
First off, sign me up for a war. You know, if he was able to drag Moses Itauma into what he believes is a war, it would be so intriguing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
To have so many questions answered, finally. But this one is a cracker.
Main event 10 rounds for the W.
Look at the size of them for light heavyweights. I mean, what's happened to everyone? Everyone's just grown a few inches.
The challenger, Willy the Train Hutchinson versus the defending champion, Ezra Taylor.
Two very, very confident individuals, really is, who are very close to. Look, this is the WBO Global title.
Yeah.
You know, you're very close to Dimitri Bivol. Then, you know, so.
Yeah, and a bit like I mentioned earlier with the heavyweights being kind of old, there's a generation of heavyweights that are going to go. Bivol and Maturbov are not going to go on forever.
Yes.
So there's going to be some guys that need to step up, and Ezra could be one of those guys. Willy could be one of those guys as well. And this is our main event. Remember, this was supposed to happen in the back end of January. It happens on Saturday. Moses Itauma unbeaten. Jermaine Franklin 24 wins. I think people forget that. 15 knockouts, just the 2 defeats. One of those, you know, subjective against Dillian White. Both men look in good shape.
Championships. It's the challenger, the 989 assassin, Jermaine Franklin versus the defending champion, Moses Itauma.
Yes, so much. I'm looking forward to, as soon as that first bell sounds, who's going to hold the centre of the ring, who's got the quicker hands, who's going to land that first heavy shot, and how will both react. Does this fight go late? Does it finish early?
This is a proper stare down. When I did the face-off a few months back, it was cordial. It was. Now they know, as Jermaine said, war's coming. I think now both fighters have kind of turned that switch on. They're ready. Moses looks like he's still growing.
He looks big, doesn't he? I was thinking exactly that. Look, Jermaine Franklin, not the biggest of heavyweights, but yeah, he seems to me as if he's still growing. And
I remember seeing Moses, and I remember thinking, you're not big enough for heavyweight. Obviously, I was very wrong. He's very much a heavyweight fighter in today's modern heavyweights. It's about 230, 240. It's a great card, though, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. Top to bottom. So much talent, even before the main broadcast. It really, really is exciting. You see Nelson Birchall, but, you know, so much meaning in all of these fights. You know, the winners really push on. The losers are just going to be absolutely devastated. You know, the extremes of this sport are just that. You know, winning's great, losing is so damaging in your career. But, yeah, there's a spotlight, a big light shining on all of these on Saturday night.
Yeah, all the fighters have something to prove. All the fighters have something to lose as well. Most of the time is going to join us. Now, Moses, how are you, my man?
Good, mate.
How you feeling, brother? You good?
I'm blessed, innit?
Yeah?
I can't complain.
Ready to go?
Yeah, man.
It's been a long one, hasn't it? It's been a long 14-week fight camp, really.
Yeah, something like that. It's been 14 weeks, but we're here, we're ready, and it might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Moses, obviously, and it's been like this since you turned professional, lots of external noise. People will celebrate you as the next future star of this division. Are you still intrigued yourself to see how good you are?
No, because I know how good I am. I'm intrigued on how I perform under the lights. I've proved myself countless of times in sparring, just not on the night. So training when no one's there and training under bright lights or fighting under bright lights is two different things. So it's more about coping with the expectations, the pressure, the cameras, because I know what I'm capable of.
Do you enjoy it, though, to an extent as well? Obviously, this pressure is a privilege because people know how good you are. Do you feed off that in a positive manner?
Do I have to enjoy something to be good at it?
Oh, that's a very good response.
Yeah.
No? Not really. No, you don't.
We actually had this debate with my SNC coach yesterday because he was like, "Oh, you need to love it and you need to X, Y, Z." I'm like, it's not. I guess the man that created concrete. I don't think he had a solid passion for it. To get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a solid passion for it. So the same way, I believe if you're good at something and you're better than everyone else, yeah, you'll find a bit of joy in it, but you ain't got to enjoy the whole thing.
Let me ask you this then. Is there anything else in your life that gives you the same satisfaction as getting your arm raised in a boxing ring?
The thing is, see, I don't want to feel like I go into these questions too much, but in order to know what a sunny day is, you need to know what a rainy day is. In order to appreciate money, you need to not have money.
Yeah.
I've never experienced a loss. Yeah. So I don't really know what it's like to win, because that's just all what I've known.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just I got a task and I got to do it. It's nothing else. I don't really care about winning or losing. I'm just care about sticking to the game plan.
Before I let you go, they're in my ears and Moses has got to go. Have you noticed a different Jermaine Franklin? We did the face-off and it was calm, it was relaxed, right? I didn't think he even really made eye contact with you that much during that face-off. I feel like now he seems locked in.
Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. Whether he's game or whether he's not game, it doesn't make a difference, because I'm only worried about what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and I think we know what you're going to do. Moses, good luck on Saturday.
So what do you think?
What do I think you're going to do?
Yeah.
Damage.
Interesting.
Agreed.
Damage.
You're probably right.
Damage.
Thank you very much.
Do you know what I love there? Right at the end, you're probably right.
Yeah.
He knows what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, and I think we all do. And I say that he's going to do damage, and no disrespect to Jermaine Franklin, because I'm a big fan of Jermaine Franklin. It's more a case of we all know how good this talent is here. and it's up to him.
Yes.
It's up to him. And I've said this as well. I mean, 21, I mean, the noise surrounding him must be just crazy. If he can lock all that in, we might have something very, very special.
Absolutely. I'll just finish on Jermaine Franklin. I don't want anybody to think we're overlooking him.
No.
He isn't as a fighter, Moses, and nor are we. It's just, you know, I've been around this sport a long, long time. Very rarely do you come across a talent like this. This is a big opportunity for us to see potentially the next star of this division. But on the flip side, Jermaine Franklin has an awful lot to work with. He really does. He's an exceptional fighter. And he understands if he wins here, his next fight will potentially and should be for a world title. It gets no bigger.
There you go. Perfect way to end. Look, heavyweight season, that's what they're calling this. Magnificent 7 first and heavyweight season after this. It starts on Saturday. Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin. Let's not forget we got Wilder, Chisora, we got Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, Alexander Usyk, and so much more. But it is a great card. Weigh-ins tomorrow and then fight night on Saturday. We'll see you for the weigh-ins. And then Fabio Wardley is going to join us on Saturday for fight night.
What was before the boxing?
So before the boxing, there wasn't much really, because I would have been like 8, 9 years old. Just kind of very bored. Just had a Nigerian father who was adamant on me becoming a doctor or something, so I had to try to find a way to get out of the house. Boxing was the one.
And is this guy now going all
Boxing didn't even come into it at first, but then it did.